Hello, good evening, good afternoon, maybe even morning, wherever you are. This is Neva, your host with the Love Storm Show. And this particular month for me is mental wellness uh, month as well as suicide awareness. And with so much going on with our boy, Will, and his wife, Jada, wanted to kind of touch bases on what I perceive, and maybe some of you others that come and join on and want to express. So we're going to kind of have an open discussion. So I don't want to just totally make it all about um, um, that couple. So it's just going to be open discussion all over the panel. And I have my co-host, Aaron Jackson, as well. So, Aaron, I just was explaining real quickly that we're bringing a wellness awareness to mental health and as well as suicide awareness, um, especially for this month. For me personally, this is the second year anniversary that my nephew had committed suicide. So, this is a great topic for us to kind of open up. So, as well as like I said, we're gonna speak and we're gonna bring up Will and Jada. We want to open that up as well as maybe personal experiences or any experiences that we may have engaged or saw in our surroundings or out throughout our journey in life. Period. Um, so for me, like I said, it was imperative to share one that it's a month awareness. Um, that mental health is running very rapid. Sometimes for some of us, it's closer to home than we think it is, and it shouldn't be taken lightly. Um, so if it's not addressed, it becomes very uncompromising. And so we just want to bring to you all some awareness about that. So, Mr. Jackson, um, so you and I had already kind of opened up discussion, so we kind of piggyback a little bit off of our past discussion for Will and Jada. And let me express that this is not to chop anybody up, break anybody down. It's just kind of bringing awareness to our thoughts as to what we feel had happened and transpired. So what did you take? What did you feel from the situation?
That man is broken. Something in this man is broken. Don't know what. Have a better understanding as to the how, but something in this man is broken. In order for you to, I guess, as we say, lay hands on somebody and the arena that you chose to do that in, and then who you chose to do that to, which begs the question, and yeah, I'm gonna ask, because I'm gonna be real ugly. Had that been a white comedian with the same response time, had that been, may he rest in peace, AJ Johnson, may he rest in peace. Had that been Mr. Aries Spears, had that been Omar Epps, had that been anybody else, may he rest in peace also, Bernie Mac. Had that been anybody, would that response have been the same? Now, as far as I'm concerned, as a man, I had a discussion with a group of gentlemen, some that are older than me, and they came flat out with it. They was like, something in that man is broken. It's something, and it's shocking because these gentlemen are older than me. I'm saying like maybe 15, 20 years better than me, and they said Something that I heard no one else say, and it dawned on me, and I had to really, really think about it. And then, like, in order for this man to actually do that on the greatest night of his life, there's something in him that is so broken that he don't even recognize that he's broken. He don't. He don't. He
Yes.
don't. There's no way possible him being who he is, what he's accomplished, where he's come from,
Yeah.
not be broken somewhere,
Yeah. I mean,
somewhere.
it's it's deeply rooted, and I think a lot of times when we go to that extreme, we have already come to a level of tolerance. And that's why a lot of people do commit crimes that they do when they're so overwhelmed. And you have to recognize and acknowledge and address anybody that's contributing to your makeup to make you do things like that. Um, for me, as I've discussed it with you before, that his partner has had to been in the background, like really beating him up, like really judging him, really um you know, speaking very ill of him, speaking down at him, because as we see, she stands to present as she's a strong woman, but technically, really, she's not. She's broken herself because how can you spill over into somebody like that? Somebody that's your partner, your ride or die. So for me, I'm thinking, like I said, she's belittled him. I'm sure she's had some help around her surrounding. That brings me to I had read a article where it stated that and I didn't know this, and I think this was last night. I read an article where she really didn't want to marry Will. She really didn't ever even want to marry him. It was the mom that projected and pushed this. And I never knew that. And I was like, get out of here. So that shows me where she's getting all this information from. I don't know if her mom is even married, but a lot of times when you have someone that's either not happy in their relationship or not in one, they always have this bright ideas on telling somebody on how to do something. So I feel sorry for the brother, and I just hope he gets him some help.
He now see this is going to bring up various points of view, various topics, and things of that nature. But I don't know. No matter how much we talk about it, no matter how much we discuss it, is that something within him, and it could be happening to dozens of men across the planet. We don't know, but is that something that can really be fixed, no matter how much it's talked about? Can can whatever is broken in him be repaired, be restored
Yeah,
in some shape, form, or
I, I,
fashion?
I
It's
believe.
something. It has to be. It has to be something in you to want to be and do better on a daily basis.
Yeah, yeah. But see, I think sometimes, unfortunately for him and his situation, he didn't realize that until he actually projected. See, when you're so busy trying to please somebody else, you lose your you lose your way consciously on who you are as an individual. Because it wasn't about him. Though that brings me to when she later on, after everything was said and done, she said she didn't need no protecting. Really? Did you just completely manipulate? She completely manipulated him. Because again, for her to say that instead of saying, you know what, I see and understand my husband's trying to protect me. And unfortunately, she could have said something to not sugarcoat or his actions, but certainly she's contributed to that. And go ahead.
You said nothing. You sat back and watched the whole thing unfold. You said nothing. Wait a minute. All right. Let me be real ugly. Let me be real ugly for a minute. But I'm trying to be fair. But let me be ugly for a minute. Had anybody actually noticed the positions that they were seated in?
Of course.
Anybody notice that? Anybody notice that, or was it
And
me? I mean, was it just me?
no,
Because if
and
you look, you supposed to be, you
mhm,
supposed to be, you wearing a ring, right there. But y'all sitting maybe three, four
very
people
spaced
apart.
out. Yeah, they had some length in between them, and that told a whole lot right there. So, you know, that that's why I'm kind of hurt as to his length of reprimand is because everybody been seeing all along the troubles that he and his wife been having, and eventually he's gonna pop. So I don't know if anybody ever pulled his shoulder and say, "Hey, man, you know this and this and that," but clearly it's a mental health issue. He's worn down. He's you know this woman has torn her own family down with her own hands. Um, and you know it's hard to get that proper guidance from someone that's supposed to be there. In other words, if her mom giving her the correct proper guidance, then nobody's born with a book on how to raise, but we definitely know right from wrong. And that's one thing you don't let an outsider, I don't care if mama, daddy, sister, brother, get into your nuptials, into your marriage, into your union. Um, and this is the number one cause I feel is that why a lot of people tend to don't make it either because you have too many people in your ears.
So you mean to tell me he couldn't have went and talked to nobody? He couldn't have picked up the
See,
phone and talked to not one person. That's what you telling me.
right.
That's what you tell.
Well,
He couldn't have picked up the
well,
phone not one time.
well. As we
But we
saw,
but we got a list of who was all backstage at the Oscars who snatched him up and was talking to him. We got a top A's list of who's who talked to this man. Um, why he couldn't pick up the phone? Why didn't nobody else decide? Yo, look, man, let me see if I can say something to you. I understand we got lives and we busy and all that. Please make no mistake about what I'm getting ready to say. I understand we have to a point because of what we do.
mhm,
We have mouths to feed because people depend on us, as it were.
right,
So you can't be anything to a degree but less than perfect. All right, fine. It's not a problem. But you can always ask for help. You can always reach out and say something. Look, years and years ago, Martin Lawrence lost his mind. Run down Hollywood Boulevard with a gun in his hand saying these white folks trying to kill him. Oh, but we forgot about that, right? We forgot about that. We forgot about that. We forgot
and
about the fact that Richard
and
Pryor was trying was so deep and so enamored, as it were, in our culture, he decided to set himself on fire.
uh-huh. But see,
Really?
now I'm gonna touch where it matters. Because in this, and I'm not condoning anybody's actions that brings on negativity, but if we have, I'm not just gonna say women, if we have people that support and acknowledge and let men know just as well as women, hey, if you need help, get help. And if we stop tearing each other down, especially our men, when we saying, oh, you soft, you weak, you this and that. No, no, no. That's one thing I'm against is a man being broken down because a man's supposed to be our lead, our head. If you're busy tearing him down, how can you help build him up? Our job is to help balance and have his back. And if you're breaking him down, making him feel like they're soft, they're not capable, then they shut down. Then after some point, you know, as our brother Will did, he act out. And trust me, I'm certain he did it before he knew it. Because as he looked over, the look, let's examine Jada's look. It was funny until she see what she did. She recognized Will was laughing. And I guess she's like, hold on, wait a minute. Oh, you got the nerve to laugh. And See, and that makes me think, okay, at home it was some stuff going on before they came, you know what I'm saying? And I think maybe took her look, a little bit, as a mixed, it was a mixed signal. But then again as well, she's probably busy beating that man up, and she's like, hey, you gonna protect me, you gonna say something, you gonna do something, what? Or else. Because as we see, she pampered and supported her son's best friend. So we don't know what was going on, what's transpired. So for me, that brother taking 10 years off of what he had done, no, I don't think so. Go and give him 5 years, but y'all want to take away. Because he had actually, everybody knew and saw publicly from Red Table Talk, from their home friend, everything, right? That man needed some help, right? So this mental health is so important, and I want to encourage my brothers. I don't care if a woman got the audacity to tell you you ain't nothing, you weak, you this and that. Guess what? You're part of the problem. And I'm gonna say vice versa. You're part of the problem, because how can you break him down if you see where he needs to help? Honey, I don't know what you dealt through in your life, whatever is going on. Let's go get some help.
Now, I'm about to be real ugly real quick. I'm about to be, because this is burning in me. You know this is burning in me. Like you said, we talked about this briefly earlier. This is burning in me. Had she married Tupac, it would have been a totally different thing. Because Pac would have been like, you know what, baby, don't worry about that. You be bald head together, and that's all right. Real simple. Real simple. If it was really that deep, and if it was truly, truly like that. But I agree with you, but it's, there's certain things as men, we will allow and won't allow. The first thing we will not allow is you to disrespect our women. Let me say form of fashion. That's the first thing. Outside of that, play with our moms, our money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just these are things that are unwritten in the laws and the fabric of the universe, as far as I'm concerned. You just don't do certain things. And like you said, this man had to be going through some serious hell in his household, behind closed doors, in order for him to respond in the manner in which he did. This was supposed to be his crowning achievement, the best freaking night of his life.
Yeah.
But you won't nobody remember that Questlove won a Grammy. Won't nobody remember that. Won't nobody remember that, I mean the Oscar. Won't nobody remember that it was an all African American production team from start to finish that directed the show. Won't nobody remember that. Won't nobody remember that a deaf actor won for Best Picture. Won't nobody remember that. All those great. Won't nobody remember Denzel Washington presenting Samuel L. Jackson with an Oscar. Won't nobody remember that.
And
That's such special, touching, moving moment. Won't nobody remember the 22 Oscars. The only thing you'll think about when the 22 Oscars is mentioned, oh, Chris Rock got slapped.
Yeah. And
that's sad. And that's sad.
Yeah, some of our viewers expressing that Jada is extremely toxic. AJ says Jada is extremely toxic with the victim mentality. Definitely, because only a person that's weak and torn down inside will spill that over into somebody else that's supposed to be your guy, your support. How could you tear down something instead of saying, hey, and I'm sure he might have saw some issues in her, but he was so busy wanting to please her, which bring me to the comment that Chris wrote. He said Jada's toxic, but Will was weak before he got with her. So we know, as women just as well as men, they can cipher, they can detect that in a person, and that's unfortunate that people take advantage of that. Yes, Siobhan say, well, yeah, it's more to it than what we know, and that's what I was saying, that we don't know what's going on in the background, but we can surely tell something going on because of the actions that happened right there before everybody. Come on, everybody. As you brought the question up to me, hey, if it was vice versa, if it was me and you, what I want you to do that? Oh, no. We ain't finna make a no. We ain't finna act like that in public. No, I got it. I'm gonna laugh and roll out with it, and I holler at dude on the other side. But my brother Chris, he don't get enough acknowledgement. So I want to say that
Yeah, you call
he took that
downstairs.
he took that like a champ. But
Hello?
even though it might look
Yeah,
like he weak, but it put him on
downstairs.
top.
He from Brooklyn.
I call for delivery.
He from Brooklyn. Harlem. Harlem. Mr. Rock is from Brooklyn. And it's 9 more than. It's 9 more than.
Right.
Please make no mistake about what I'm saying. It's 9 more than.
Hello?
And the rest of the world don't know who they are. And oh my God. It's who. You could get got, bro. If it was really like that, if it really came down to it, you could get got, bro. But make no mistake about what I'm saying. Please make no mistake about what I'm saying. Chris, look, tip your hat to you. You got that? That's a pass. First, last, and only time. But I never thought that I would partially, and I shouldn't be making light of this either. But I shouldn't even be mentioning in the same phrase, in the same context, the 99 Source Awards. But as far as the Oscars is concerned, that's what we had. That's what we had. My man, he got up out his seat, feet away from his supposedly right. He got up out his seat and made a total fool of himself.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And that's the only thing that they're going to be remembered for.
Yeah. And so here,
And like you said, he got 10 years. That's right. Me, I'm real ugly. Yes, you deserve them 10 years. You deserve them 10 years. You absolutely right. Because you just didn't make your name a household name. You had kids and children looking up to you. Sir, I remember when you first dropped Hancock, there was no costume store on the planet that had your costume. The first year how Hancock dropped, that Halloween, and Hancock outfit was gone. Gone.
Yeah.
You did that. And then you turn around and do this?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the diamond on your crown or your crowning achievement.
And this is why it's important. If you don't have somebody that can support you to get your help, then you don't need to be bothered with that person. Because I know for me personally, by some experiences, I could have been drove up the wall to do some crazy stuff. But I said, let me step on back. Well, yeah, maybe I had, act out one time. But this is not a public known thing. But when I recognize something or somebody's trying to pull me out of my elements, I gotta cut you off. You're not good for me, And we try to love on people, such as ourselves, to be there and encourage others. One of our viewers, Siobhan Sable, she said Will and Jada both cheated. So Jada was the other woman when he was married before. Oh well, there we go.
Yeah.
That would do it.
But everybody knew that too.
Yeah.
That wasn't no secret.
Yeah. But
that was no secret.
How you receive someone is how it comes back. That's why you have to be very careful on closing doors before you open them to others. I know that from experience. And one thing about me, I'm an open book. So I learn from my mistakes. And the thing about that is don't continue to repeat things that you know is not right, And what that was, me accepting somebody that said they're finished with somebody, but okay, I trust that person, but that's not. Apparently, it was, how you say, unfinished business. So now I'm caught up in between something. Now you got to go because you wasn't being truthful and you wasn't being straight up. So let me get back to one of our views. Chris Robinson, he said Will has good sense, but he let her drive him up the wall. He spent all those years trying to be what she wanted, but she wanted a Tupac. So as you already stated, that this is what she wants. She wanted a rough guy. She wanted a little rough guy. And you know what? I think every woman wants a little rough professional, but it's the time and place for everything, right? It's the time and place for everything. I'm telling you, okay? Yeah, Chris, I hate that he did that too in front of those peoples because, you know, just imagine how many people are sitting back, WHYTE, are watching and waiting for one of the celebrities as Big Shot that really set a tone for us, waiting for them to fall and mess up. So somebody pockets is fat right about now.
See how many, see what they do with the extra bananas we give them? We know somebody somewhere saying that. See what they do with the extra bananas we gave them? Look at those bananas. Look at what they did with the bananas we gave them. Look at this. And look how they act. They just monkey and tuxedo. That's it. That's it. And that's sad. That's really sad. Had you not, okay, let me say this. Had that happened behind the stage, backstage, off the camera, fine. Fine. Okay, whatever. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But you did that on the world stage.
Yeah.
On the world stage. Not even so much your night. You know what I'm saying? Not even so much your night.
Your culture.
This is the world's night. This is the culmination of the hard work and effort and energy that these people put in throughout the following year to showcase and share and inform and delight and entertain as well as instruct and teach. You know what I'm saying? As far as movies is concerned. And this happened. This happened. But like everybody said, and man need help. Okay, Jada, she was trying to bring something out of Mr. Smith that was never in him. And I've always talked mess. I always said Will Smith was never built like that. I've always said that. I say it to his face. I ain't got no problem with it. I understand you from North Philly. And I understand I'm from Harlem. But at the end of the day, it ain't where we from. It's where we at mentally. It's where we at spiritually and emotionally. And how we carry ourselves. How we want other people to perceive us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the sum of where I grew up at. I'm not. I am not the fruition of where I was raised at. Period. I'm not. I'm not. And I can't. And it's hard for me to say this even with him. Yeah, we kind of got the same background, single parent, home and the whole nine. But bro, you. Some of the young brothers that was coming up after you, they was looking to you to set the stage, set the tone, and then you do this.
Yeah. So we have Chris. He says, "How crazy, but how crazy are you when you step away from a person that's doing the damage?" And that's why I was saying, Chris, that people shouldn't be criticized when they need help.
No.
Back to my females, we cannot want a strong man. We cannot want a man to protect us, provide for us, and be there for us. And I'm not condoning what he did, but yet you tear him down as his support system. You just can't do that. So I want to encourage the sisters to be more supportive to our brothers. And you know, I'm not saying be a mommy to them, but you know, even ourselves, we are women. There's not too many women that I see or know that don't recognize that they need help themselves. It's more so of our brothers because they are our lead. And Siobhan, I agree, they both have flaws. You know, we all have flaws. But as companions, we definitely have to uphold each other responsible and be encouraging and lift each other up. And yeah, Chrissy said everyone is focusing on her because she was acting out. Exactly. I mean, hey, this is supposed to be this man's wife. So, you know, I believe as well, this is just my feeling, she's doing this for more clout. She's doing all this stuff to bring more action to her red table talk. Why would you want to take him and you can place this man on the table, chopped him up, dissect him, and you serving him off to the world? You know, come on now. So Chris said, let's see Jada help Will now. And how she gonna defend him? Well, Chris, she already showed. She's already made her statement saying she didn't need no protection. Come on.
Exactly.
You made him go to the wall off the rebound of what he did, and that's the best way you can come. I'm sorry. Brother needs to go ahead and go do his thing, go get him some help, What you say, Chris? He don't need no help. He just needs to get away from
No,
old
no,
girls.
no.
Well,
Right,
that's part
right.
of
He
him
chose to
getting
do
some
that
help.
right.
Yeah,
And chance it. Oh
yeah,
man. Oh man.
yeah.
Um.
He. You know, I could say this. Let me say this because I don't have no shame, no fear. I'm an open book because one day y'all gonna read about it. Listen here, let me tell you something. That's just like me being in this past relationship. Oh, the narcissistic behavior. I mean, all the manipulation and stuff. And the thing about it is, I could have allowed it to drive me crazy, to make me do some things. But guess what? You got to dismiss yourself. You got to go because now I could feel myself want to go upside your head. So now you got to go. And if I have to interject you to go the other way, that means I'm at my point. Love, I love, yeah, but I love myself and I love enough to let you go. See, and this is the thing, people play with your mind. And I won't say that does not mean you have a weak mind. It's just what's in a person. If you're a love, that's what you're going to display. Some people take it and use advantage to get their way, to build what they need and what they want from you, you know. Um, so listen, y'all. So I was looking at Equalizer, this show with Queen Latifah in it. And last night, just so happened, I'm looking at season 2, episode 10 with Jada Pinkett in it. Guess what? Now, the script, the way the script was written, you'd be shocked, or maybe not, because the way Jada is presenting herself today is surely what was presented in that episode, and it just tripped me out. I'm like, this is who this lady is. I mean, it was just like confirmation for me. I mean, we see it etched in stone what just happened before us all, you know. And what you say, Chris? You said he chose to defend a wife that wouldn't defend him. He chose to do that for a wife that
And had to
embarrassed him
leave
every
him.
chance she got publicly. Oh, I'm telling you because guess what? Chris begged the difference. He
Mm,
said that man don't need no help.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
what you say, Chris? Miss Neva, how peaceful were you when you got away from that situation? Let me tell you something. Chris, let me tell you what I did. I had some peace because I had some sense to go get some help just in case I fall off the earth before I do so. So ain't no shame. I'm like, you know what? This could take me. This could take. Listen, this gonna make me do something. Man, it's gonna put me in another dimension that is not safe. So I had to strengthen the courage. With no shame, don't care what nobody say. I don't give a darn. I'm going to do this for me. I will not be the laughing stock to go cause some harm to somebody else or do something to somebody else when I clearly could just walk away. And to disgrace, yes, that is what Will should have did. He should have walked away. Because, honey, the story I got, yeah. Go ahead, Mrs. Jackson. You fool. You got to get it
Go
out.
ahead. Go ahead. What's your story? The
So,
story you got. Go ahead.
so,
What's your story?
so, so, so it's no comparison. Everybody's story is different. But
Mm-hmm.
when you engage with people, me personally, I'm bringing who I really am. Okay. And so some people will look at that as had happened to me. Um, and I didn't realize this until the end result or near the end result. When I start recognizing that things was not sincere, well, then I start saying, oh, you scheming, you're a scam, you're a fraud, you're this. And I ran down the whole spiel on what this person was doing to me to their face. Now they can't deal with me and handle me because I'm pinpointing every loophole and sealing it up and letting them know. And I made it known. We're not gonna make it. This is not gonna last. I'm letting you know. You know, one thing a woman do, she gives you so many warnings before she make her final exit. That's giving you time to clear yourself, to fix yourself, to pull yourself together. Don't take my love or my kindness for weakness because to some people it's a weakness. For me, it's a weakness and a strength. You know, and I learned more so. Okay, set them boundaries. Set them boundaries before something drastic happens. And I ain't gonna be mean. You got to go. So don't nobody get in trouble, you know. Um, and it's crazy because it's like, I was reading some I was reading on some people's Facebook thing how they saying with narcissistic people that those that receive that from those type of people are weak people. That does not make us weak because we are of love. God said we are of love. We should be of love. If somebody see that, I'm not accepting that because I was being sincere that it made me weak. Because if we all gonna play games, well, then just put it on the table. Say what you want, say what it's gonna be. Don't dig into somebody's heart of emotions and then you figure, oh, I got one, I could come up. Because surely as my foundation is built, you trying to build on my foundation, yours gonna fall because mine's sincere, yours isn't. You know, and I made that known to that person. I'm like, do you know who you're messing with? Because my heart is pure. I have not yet lost the battle, even though the battle is not mine. But because of my heart, I'm not worried about anything. But I gotta get away. And that's also for the protection of my family around. You know, and sometimes I have taken swings and hits that my family don't know just to protect them. But yet some of them kind of look at me sideways. Fine, I'm gonna keep on being who I am because it's gonna put me where I need to be. Thank you. You know, and it's no shame in it. We really with this mental illness and this mind manipulation with this stuff that this chick did to this man, we got to take our own stand. We do. We have to put our best foot forward and keep it moving. You know. So that's I'm still flabbergasted on this woman saying she needs a man to protect her. So I hope that he get the support he need. Or Chris, can I say he man up? Because I know you don't play that. I had Chris on before. Chris, I'm gonna get you back on. Chris, you want to come in on this conversation? Because Chris, that's my boy. Chris be speaking. He be speaking. And
That's
go ahead.
is men, for the most part, don't ask for help unless they absolutely positively have to. Men nowadays, as it were, have to figure out
I'm gonna get you in
how
1 second.
to ask for a different kind of help that we're not used to asking, especially if your wash, rinse, and dry is out there for everybody to see. So on a daily basis, we fight ourselves, we fight other people, and we fight people that have absolutely nothing to do with what's really going on. And
Yeah, yeah.
we don't know no
Okay,
other
Chris,
way.
1 second.
Some of us. So I'm thinking once we have the ability to step up
Mm-hmm.
and say, look, hey, I need help. I got issues.
Yeah,
I need help.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think the lines of communication would be much, much greater and would go deeper to help, one another. That's what I'm thinking.
So I'm gonna add Chris in Aaron, if you don't mind here. Excuse me. So anyway, yeah, I mean if I just hope that we'll learn a a great lesson from this. He allowed her to lead. That's why it was a problem. He allowed her to lead. Because that video you were showing me, where he was saying he didn't want to be on camera while she was persisting, and the look on her face was like, no, you're gonna do this because, that's what she wants.
Didn't ask him, was no conversation, was like, you gonna do this and that's gonna be. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Trying to get you in, Chris. I've already sent you the invite.
In your house, you being told what to do. In your house.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it's sad, but you know, and there's some good examples out there. That very same brother, what Denzel Washington was, I mean, you know, I'm sure now that it's made known worldwide that he'll probably get plenty of hands to kind of just, you know, coach him. But surely, as Sable said, when you the way you get together, that's how it ends up. She had already shown that when she was with her son's friend. Now that right there, he should have walked away. I don't know how true it is about this supposedly open marriage. They got a relationship, but there's no way that's the problem. Because a relationship and marriage is only for two people. So that problem. That was the
So
problem.
you auditioned in the basketball team and the football team with your marriage. You auditioning. You holding tryouts. You holding tryouts because you want like 1 million and one folks in your house in your bedroom. That's what you want.
That's
That's
crazy.
what you want.
That's redundant. It's just like I was seeing on Facebook. This lady was stating that her and her husband been in a relationship for 19 years. They open up, they talk about everything, and she, you know, tells him everything, and then he comes up with saying he's into porn, and she's upset because she said he never told her that, and she trying to find answers, and she want answers, and she was being so demanding. I hate to get in folks' business. And I said, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. Your man is trying to invite. He's opening up. He want to put y'all on another level. Girl, you better take this stuff down and go talk to your man. I mean, what you trying to find out? He didn't open up already. You said 19 years it's been going fine. That was what he was afraid of, you being judging him. If y'all in a relationship, why is the judgment? Instead of just saying, you know, honey, this is what it is, and you know, I don't know how you feel about it, but I just got to get it off my chest, you know, because we all come from different walks of life. You know, we all come from different backgrounds. We are not to judge another person on what they did or experienced. Because the very ones that do the judging are the very ones got a whole bunch of skeletons in their closets. And I know plenty of people like that. But I ain't gonna bust them out. I got people that I don't even deal with no more. I still hold their secrets. Because that's how sincere I am. But don't try to break me down in front of people because I'm gonna give you a warning. Don't don't do that. You know. So we have to stand strong with each other. I mean, it's bad enough that, as you said, you know, culture wise, that you know, it's the enslavement mentality, and it goes all the way back hundreds of years ago. Because, you know, I keep thinking about when the Caucasians was allowing the our brothers to fight to the death of someone, and that mentality is still with folks today. They don't realize it. It's just it's a scrimmage, so they doing it in a different way, and they steady sit back laughing at it. And I'm like, man, if I could just get people to understand the insight, you know, of 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 this game that's being played with them, you know, and just open up and realize it's all a game and just support each other and be there for each other, guide each other in a positive way. If you ain't got nothing positive, say, oh, go the other way. You know, don't bring people into your life if you ain't gonna be right. Time out for that. Yeah.
Don't take nobody's phone number if you don't have any plans on dialing it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Simple.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
And you know, everybody adults. You know, and and you know, let me see. You set the audience to public. Anyone can see your live. Yes. This person was unable to join because of technical issues. I'm not sure what the technical issues is. Chris is saying it's technical issues. I don't know if that's from your side or my side. Um. Yeah. So. Yeah. Just that support needs to be given. That support needs to be there. Chris is telling me I already sent you a request.
So you trying to get in?
Yeah, it won't add them. I'm not sure why. Oh, okay. Go ahead, update your app, Chris. We be here. um, let me see. Oh, let me touch back on Jada's mom. You know, I love all people. I ain't trying to judge nobody, but it is what it is, right? Polka dots is polka dots. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
feel so sorry. You know, I mean, when we get grown, we can't continue to blame others for our behaviors as adults. Because when you start recognizing, and I'm sure many people have crossed this woman's path and let her know she's not right, you know. And it's we need more leaders, mother leaders, to make sure that we're guiding our daughters properly. And one thing I'm gonna say about when my daughters, they're grown. One thing I don't get in their business. I don't get in it because they're married. I don't get in their business. Now, if they bring something to me, and if something's not right, I'm gonna have to say as a mother, oh, that's not right. Be nice. You know, I have to say those things because as a mother, that's my job. If I don't say those things to them to correct them, then I feel I failed as a mother. So if you love your child, you have to say those things to correct them and set them properly. And unfortunately, these days, sometimes it's the child setting the mothers or the son setting the father straight, and that's okay. Um, will they accept that in a loving, warm way to be corrected? You know, so we never know. We never know.
I think it all depends on how you present it.
Yeah, that's true.
Once it's presented correctly and explained to the best of your ability, I don't think it'll be a problem. I just think we have to get to a point um, that as I say that we've grown up enough to have these types of conversations. We've evolved to a point and a position in our life as a person. Listen, man, we need to try to do better. We need to strive to do better, and let that spill over instead of all this other negative stuff. Let that let the let the let the honor and the heart of the house show, share, present itself to the rest of the world, and it'll take its wisdom with it, so it'll know what to say, when to say it, etc., etc., etc. So once we as men stop hiding behind, yeah, we supposed to be all tough, we supposed to be damn near bulletproof and all this and that. Nah, bro.
Hmm.
We got thoughts, feelings, and emotions like everybody else.
Yes.
Real simple.
Hmm.
It's some that gave theirs away, there's some that destroyed theirs, some got destroyed by others, but they're still there. They still exist, and they will always be a part of it. So I think once we get out of the kid phase
Hmm.
um, and actually enter and speak and have conversations as adults, I think uh, a lot of thought patterns and a lot of directions will be changed and altered. And I
And
also believe
mhm,
that they would benefit from the information that's being given to them,
yeah,
that's really shared. That's
and see, and that when I'm glad you said that because you know, it's known that when we're adults and we experience trauma, you know that it stems from uh, when we were younger. So we haven't matured yet because we're still stuck in the trauma phase, and that's why it's important to get help. You know, if you need help, but some people feel, you know, secluded or they're gonna be made fun of if your life. if you're gonna allow somebody to tease you and you won't go do the things that you need to do for your health, for your mental health, so that you can progress, because definitely it holds you back. I know for me personally, it has held me back. Um, but the doors has been open. Thank you. um, and it's to help, to move ahead. And certainly you have to get away from the surroundings of people that won't allow you to grow. Because people will busy themselves on trying to keep up with you, what's going on, what you're doing, and all you shouldn't do that. It should be this way, and what they won't do, what they won't never do. A lot of people speak that, just like this situation. Okay, a lot of us know for sure we won't do some things. We just know we won't do, but some things it's a limit to some things, and you cannot. If you're the type of person your tolerance for stuff is low, if it gets extreme, you gotta go cut yourself away from the dead flesh. You can't do anything. You can't grow. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get this scheduled in. Yeah. So, I guess that's how we love on each other. That's the motivation and inspiration I got. Is that if we need the help and support, we gotta surely get it, because it holds us bondage from some things that's really for us. And if we don't turn loose of the dead weight, we will not get the prize that's really for us. Be it again.
Keep talking about them prisons, ain't no wall.
Okay.
Keep talking about them prisons and it ain't no wall. Go ahead. Keep talking about them prisons and it ain't no wall. Oh yeah, I ain't playing. I am not playing. I am not.
Yeah.
You talking about them prisons and it ain't not near wall or door nowhere.
That's true.
But you in prison, you stuck.
Yeah. So yeah, we have to. Then we really cage. We really go crazy. And just imagine. That's being a prisoner in your own mind. Just imagine going to the literal, like you said, the actual facility. Your thoughts is bouncing off the wall. People stay in this box. That's why I love talking to people and different people, because you learn a whole lot from other people. You don't know it all. If you stop growing, if you feel like you know it all and you got it all, yeah, you're a lost soul. You've already stated you got it all, and your answer is the best. See, because we feel like we didn't experience so much that there's nothing else. But God will present you. God can and will present you with some other things.
Yeah.
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 So either
And he do it with jokes. You do it with jokes. Oh, I ain't playing. You do it with jokes. That's right, I said it. You do it with jokes. I ain't playing. You do it with jokes. You do it with jokes.
Yeah. So to expand all that across the board, I can't express it enough. Y'all have to be supportive of each other. I think sometimes people have a little fame and things, and they let it go to their head. But I hope that brother. Come out of his concubine. I'll take that back. His cocoon.
Yeah, I was gonna say okay,
Out of his
but he
cocoon.
got another one we missed.
Listen,
That's the one he was.
We still
Is
don't
that
know
the one that was sitting in the middle between him and her at the Oscars? Is that who that was?
Listen, we don't know.
My mind will go places.
I'm sorry.
I'll go places.
We just don't know.
I'll go places.
But check this out. I'll need to get back to that tone, the way he walked up there to Chris. I'm talking about before the slap, the way his body language, his gesture.
Yeah.
It's almost like he was threatened. He didn't want to do it, but it was like he was provoked, like you better do it or else. I'm telling you.
Like he was scared to death.
He didn't have anger on. Yeah, he didn't have anger on his face.
It was nothing.
I didn't see anger on his face at all.
Nothing.
It's like,
Nothing.
man, she making me do this, man. Let me go up here and do this so I can shut
And then
her
you
up.
gonna yell from your seat. You could have yelled that in his face while you was standing
Right,
up there after
right.
you
I mean,
smacked him. If you
man,
really wanted to be North Philly, if you really wanted to, let me shut up. Let me shut up.
no,
I'm about to go
bring
somewhere.
it because
I'm
get
about to
because
go somewhere. No, no, no.
that's
Children
listen,
one day might play this back and listen to this. I'm not gonna
but
say what I
listen,
want to. I'm not. Ooh, you some of
hey,
listen.
yeah, but listen,
You not built like. All right.
I just
Okay.
I couldn't get past that. It was like that's what made it okay because it's speculations that it was all just a facade. It was just fake.
No,
But but
no,
when
no.
you look at
But
that,
that
there
pain.
is.
But when he went home, if he didn't do what he when he got home, if he didn't do what he needed to do
Mm-hmm.
when he got home,
It
his
was gonna be
children gonna be listening to
repercussions.
this, Mr. Jackson. She had a 16-inch dildo waiting for him. If he did not do what she told him, she had a 16-inch dildo
Oh
waiting
my
for him
goodness.
at that house. I'm not playing.
Mm-mm. Oh
Children are
my
gonna listen.
goodness.
I'm trying to be as merciful as I can. She had a. She.
Listen,
Okay.
this is what I'm
I'm
saying.
sorry.
There
My
was something
apologies.
behind
My
all this.
apologies. My
I
apologies. My
mean, it
apologies.
take an expert. It
That's
would take an
not.
expert to examine every action that was displayed that evening.
Do I want to say?
Okay.
Hmm. I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Okay. All right.
Dr. Phil, you available? I know y'all on different networks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest.
So Philly. I mean, you're so silly. Listen,
I just
listen.
had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry. My apologies. I just had to
I
get that off
see.
my chest.
I don't know. Did he retire?
Gail on speed dial still? Oprah friend? Is she still on speed dial?
I
Let me
have
be
no idea,
quiet.
sir.
Let me be
I have no
quiet.
idea, sir.
Did somebody reach out to Kim Fields? Tell her,
Listen,
go talk to this nigga? Kim, what you doing, Kim? Miss Fields, what you doing? Please go talk to this man. Please go talk to
it's
this man.
all I can say, we better wake up. We better wake up and support our. If you not for nobody, if you do not want to be with someone, do not open up their minds and their hearts. Do not lead them on. Because this is a prime example of what could happen. Or worse. Or worse. And so if he felt that he needed to go, because he went to some luxury mental health place, as it
A
was
country
stated.
club? Really?
Uh-huh.
A country club.
Listen.
Indoor, outdoor, heated swimming pools, really. Caviar as much as you want. Champagne on tap.
Listen.
Really,
He needs
really.
some he just needs
Where's
some he needs some strong male bonding. And that's okay. Because I ain't criticizing him. Whatever he needs to get it.
neither am I. I'm not criticizing the
I
man.
know, I know, I know. I
I'm just
understand.
saying you could do better. You were
Yes, sir.
raised with and around better. You was on the top network in the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You was kin to
So,
brother Bill Cosby.
mm-hmm.
There was no way on earth you could have failed. No way. No way.
Because
No way.
they was putting on the front. They was putting on the front for the world as if they were, and you can't force yourself to stay somewhere where you're not happy yet. That just
So
goes to show. The woman wasn't ever happy because the mama made him. The mother made them. He was a man. He should have been like, if she don't want it, she ain't ready. She shouldn't do it because it
or
wasn't about. It
if she
wasn't
trying
about
to
the.
make me or she trying to turn me or make me into somebody that I'm not.
That's, and that's what happened.
I'm gonna be quiet.
And that's
I'm
what
gonna be
happened.
quiet on that. I'm gonna be quiet on that newly
Uh-uh.
exposed sweater wrap. I'm gonna be quiet. And yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. I'm gonna be quiet
So
on the newly exposed sweater rapper,
yeah.
Mr. William
So
Smith.
yeah.
So,
On that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I think we chopped it up for about an hour here. And this is good stuff because it just needs to be well known, made known. Anybody need help, get help. If you're not sure how, we always want to confide in somebody, but in your heart who you cannot confide in. So we want to be very selective on who we choose as a support system to help us. That's just like everyone who's in marriages. I've always said I can't take advice from single people about marriages. I can't take advice from broken marriages. But for someone that's been in marriages 10, 15, 20, 30 years, they might got something. Because a lot of times they're not going to tell you to go with Sue or Mark. They're going to say what you need to do. If there's not a good example, okay, go to the professionals. Go to the licensed people, and that'll bring everything into some balance. I'm sorry, Chris, we couldn't get you on. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna get you on my schedule. I'm supposed to be getting back with you anyway to get you on the schedule. Sable, I'm getting you on the schedule. I'm getting y'all on the schedule for next month. I'm already working on my schedule to come on in. And hey, if I have a topic, we can open discussion, or y'all have a topic, we can chop it up. All right. So we're gonna close up, and I want to thank you, Mr. Jackson, for your time because I know you're busy. And all the viewers and those who came on and commented. Oh, you're on your computer now, Chris. Thank all those who have commented, make this a very good platform session for us to bring mental health awareness. I'm sorry, Chris. I've been trying to add you the whole while I see you come back on. It just won't let me, sir. It's still saying technical issues. I'm not sure. All right, Sable, Sharon, thank you, my girl. I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much. All right. So, again, this is the Love Storm Show with Neva and your co-host, Aaron Jackson, where we're here to motivate, inspire, and encourage you. Love is not lost. Heal yourself. Love yourself. Be straight, pure, sincere. And don't let nobody encourage you to do something you don't want to do. I want to thank everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.